watching the 2014 SCAC Women's Soccer Media Days, and joining us today from Georgetown, Texas, is head coach Jene Baclawski and senior goalkeeper Katherine Rodgers of the Southwestern Pirates. And ladies, first of all, we'd like to thank both of you for joining us today.
Great. Thanks. Happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Jene, we'll start with you. A season ago, the Pirates made their first appearance in the SCAC Championship game. Just tell me, how big was that for the program, and does that carry momentum for your team going into 2014?
Yeah, it definitely does. I think it was so exciting last year. It was such a benchmark year for our program. We broke a lot of records, and getting into the tournament, first of all, was always a challenge, so it's always a goal of ours. And then getting into the finals was such a icing on the season that we had last year. And I think the best thing that it has done momentum-wise is it gave, I think, the current players that are coming back just a taste of what it's like and what the potential is to be there and what can happen next. And I think it's definitely been a driving force in our spring and in our summer, and then going into this preseason for sure.
Jene, obviously it's early in preseason, and you're still a couple weeks away from your first game, but what are you hoping to see in the preseason so far from your team?
Yeah, I think the thing we always talk about is how last season or the season before wasn't good enough. It was good, but it wasn't where we want to go. And so we had a great year in 2013. It was wonderful. Wait, did I say that year right? 2013,
yes.
right?
Yes.
We had a great year in 2013. And I think the mental focus for us has been, how can we make this year better than last year? And so that carried over into winter break in our player meetings. It carried over into our spring season. It's carried over into summer. And then coming into this year's preseason, it's how can we move the mark higher? What can we do with our program? What can we do individually and as a coaching staff to make this season better and better and better? And moving that sort of standard up is, I think, key for us.
Katherine, I'll turn to you. Just tell me a little bit about the excitement level among the team and yourself going into preseason and starting up a new season here in 2014.
I know personally, being so far away from the team over the summer, it's just awesome for me to be able to get back with everybody and see everybody. So just being with the team in general is something that's awesome. And then actually getting to play is just a whole nother level. We're all very excited. Our first day of preseason, we actually got to get touches on the ball rather than just running a fitness test. So it was a very new and exciting thing, getting to see everybody get to play and see how it's all going to work this season.
Coach, I'll turn back to you. 7 seniors counted on the roster, including Katherine. Yep. Just tell me how important they will be to this team.
Yeah, I think last year was a bit of a transitional year. We had a really young group, and we still have a lot of new players that have come in this year. But if you had to say, you'll probably ask me this, but I'll tell you now, if there's one thing that is key, it's going to be the seniors and how the seniors perform on the field, how they perform off the field. This is a big class, and we've known for 4 years that this year would be quite a big year for these seniors, and we have a lot of expectations for them, and I think that they're ready to take them and run with them and hold on.
Katherine, hearing that, just tell me how important it is for you to be a leader among this team with the fellow seniors on your team. How important is that to you?
It's very important to me, both on and off the field. Here, academics are a very serious thing, so it's always nice to be able to help the freshmen and just anybody else who needs it, just give them guidance on that, as well as everybody has their jitters. It's just nice to be able to give them some information. Hey, it's all going to be okay. It's really not that big of a deal overall. Just get out there and do your best.
Coach, I'll turn back to you. As you mentioned, kind of a transition period last year. You lost a couple players, but for the most part, a very strong group of returners coming back. What roles are you hoping they will play in 2014?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. We missed the players that graduated a lot. We wish they maybe would come back and had some eligibility, but they didn't. So, I think the good thing is, we talked about building the program and setting the standard higher, and I think the players that are remaining that are now seniors and juniors and sophomores see what's been left, and I think they are anxious to step up in the roles that are needed. I don't think there's any surprise that, losing Lindsay Jasta last year to graduation, she was a tremendous player for us, but I'll tell you, and I don't want to give away the goods, but we've got other players out there that are ready and willing to take that torch and run with it, so that's key for us this year.
You're watching the 2014 SCAC Women's Soccer Media Days with head coach Jene Baclawski and senior goalkeeper Katherine Rogers of the Southwestern Pirates. Katherine, I'm going to come back to you. Just share with us some goals that you've set for yourself in 2014. And even though I know it's a little early in preseason, maybe you haven't met yet, but what are some team goals you guys are hoping to accomplish this year?
Well, personally, I I would like to get 10 shutouts. So at least half the games I would like to get shutouts in, especially from coming off of an injury last year. Just really be able to prove myself and play a major role in the team. And as far as team goals go, we got together yesterday, and our big one is to make it to the conference finals and ultimately win, which would put us into the NCAA tournament.
Coach, I'll turn back to you again, as we said early in the preseason, but tell me a little bit about the newcomers you have coming in and what you're expecting from them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them this year. I think we were not anticipating the size and really the talented class that we have. We knew we needed to fill in some gaps, as we discussed, but I think people recognized what we were doing as this program, and they said, listen, I want to be a part of that. And to be honest, it's not just our soccer program. Our university is just doing wonderful things here, and it really helps my job. It helps me be able to go out and find quality players. And the class that we brought in is big. It's a bigger class than we thought. And I think even you can ask Katherine as a senior, she's going, they have the funniest questions. They already have But in terms of soccer, they're fitting in tremendously. We ran our fitness test this morning, and I was very pleased with the amount of them and the returners that passed. I think there will be spots for the first years to fight into the starting lineup and to play. I will tell you that, again, I think the returners and how they set that tone for those first years is going to be key for us.
We'll get you out on this final question, and we'll ask it to both of you. Katherine, we'll start with you. For the team to reach its goals and expectations in 2014, what are going to be some of the keys to success?
I think a major key to success is coming in mentally prepared as well as being physically fit, because there's both just giant aspects to the game that you have to keep in mind.
Coach, same question. And you already kind of answered it a little bit earlier, but
yeah.
we'll ask it again.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think when it comes down to it, we've got talented players. We've got beautiful facilities. We play in a great conference. We have a wonderful schedule set out for us, I think, to do things this year. But we have to execute. We have got to say we're going to do this and finish it through. Late in the game, we've got to take care of games that we should be taking care of, and hopefully we can steal some of the ones that maybe people don't think we have a chance for, but we think we have a chance for. But it's going to be a combination of players. It's going to be a combination of players like Katherine stepping in goal and taking control of what's going on and communicating from the back and doing her job. We're going to have to execute this year, and if we can do that, combined with some luck, combined with maybe some good officiating and some good things going our way, I think we'll have a great year.
You have been watching the SCAC Women's Soccer Media Days with head coach Jene Baclawski and senior goalkeeper Katherine Rogers of the Southwestern Pirates. Again, ladies, we thank both of you so much for taking the time out to join us today, and we wish you good luck in 2014.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Look forward to hearing from you again.